Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Steve McCrawley coming to you with another video. Got a little double upload for you noobs today, since I know you guys are failing at Pokemon, so I decided I'd help you out double today. This is, as you see, a Link battle, a 6v6 single on Pokemon Sun and Moon. I have Pokemon Sun. I don't know if this guy had Pokemon Sun or Moon. Maybe he even has Ultra Moon. I have no idea. But enough of that. We shall get into the battle. This is still the same team that I've been using. I believe this is the third upload with this team. So I kind of went over it in the first upload with this team. So if you want to learn a little bit more, you can go there. If not, you'll just have to see as we go along. But my opponent had a team of Incineroar, Machoke, Magnezone, Muck, Hariyama, Solgaleo. So interesting to see a Machoke instead of a Machamp. But maybe he had no one to trade with. Maybe Eviolite. Maybe it has better stats. I have no idea. But here, I don't really see. I mean, there's two fighting types, and then you've got two Pokemon weak to ground, three Pokemon weak to ground. Excuse me. So Hydreigon's got four Pokemon weak to ground. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. But the main point I wanted to make is Hydreigon has a really good matchup here against everything except for the Hariyama and the Machoke, the two fighting types. But everything else I have Earth Power, Earth Power, Earth Power, Earth Power. And I even have my Z move to be able to hit either Machoke or Hariyama with. So just something to keep in mind in the back of my mind throughout this. Hariyama's got a really good matchup here. And Slowking's pretty good. I mean, he's got the two fighting types. Unfortunately, Slowking is my special wall, so it's going to be a little complicated with those fighting types since they're going to be physical. And they're probably going to be carrying a dark type move as well. But I end up leading with Tapu Koko just because it's fast, just because it's got the terrain, just because it's got Volt Switch. It's got a really good. It's fast too. It's just a good start for me. I mean, the team isn't really much of like a singles team all around. But like I said, I don't have any entry hazards or anything like that. But I do go with Tapu Koko, and he leads with Incineroar. I know Incineroar gets access to Fake Out, but I go for Volt Switch. He doesn't go for Fake Out. So that did some decent damage. Thunderbolt would not have done the trick, I don't think. So glad I went for that. And here, I was actually expecting him to switch out or something, but I go in the Arcanine. I'm like, he's physical. He's probably going to go for a fire type move since he won't go for a dark type move into Tapu Koko. Well, I actually see the Z move straight off the bat here. I was like, oh wow, that's actually his signature Z move. And I was thinking, if I'm not mistaken, this is a dark type Z move. It's not even a fire type Z move. So, predicting the switch. Turn 1, all out. He goes for the dark type Z move into the Tapu Koko. So, good prediction by him. Luckily, the Intimidate is going to help me survive fairly well. I still should have survived even without the Intimidate. But here, I am choice banned, so I had a difficult decision to make. I didn't know if Flare Blitz would pick up the knockout or if he would switch into something else. So like, I'll just go for the safe extreme speed. I don't know if he's faster than me. I'm not too familiar with Incineroar. So here I stand since I don't really have anything I want to switch into this Machoke. So I go for extreme speed. Flare Blitz definitely would have done the trick, but I can't switch. And it wouldn't have done as much damage. But he goes for Rock Slide, connects, and takes me out. So, like I said, these two fighting types pretty much rock my team because I don't really want to switch Tapu Koko into one of them either. So I bring in my Tapu Koko, and he's going to end up switching into his Magnezone, which is a good switch, predicting the electric type move, or even the fairy type move, going to be resisted. So I go for a Volt Switch here. It's not going to do much damage, but in case he switched, I was actually surprised at how much damage that did. So it's going to be a free switch for me. I was expecting him to switch out or something, but I was like, he's probably going to go for a steel type move here. It wouldn't make much sense to go for an electric type move. So sure enough, we do see the Flash Cannon. So Scissor's going to eat that up pretty well. Nice and resisted. But at the same time, I don't really have anything to hit him with. I don't have superpower. But I take this as a moment to kind of set up. I was thinking either he'd switch or there's nothing he'd be able to do against me. So I was thinking, should I go for a Sword Stance? But I was like, not really, because he has something like this that he could switch in, or even if he brought in his Hariyama, there's not much offense that my Scizor can exert. So I just go for the safe Tailwind, and here I'm going into Hydreigon. He'll probably go for, I don't know if he's going to go for a Psychic type move, but I didn't even know this thing gets access to Flirt Woods, so I'm happy about my switch. And Hydreigon's going to eat that up. So the Tailwind is really going to start paying dividends here. I am going to be faster than everything on his team. So he goes straight up Earth Power. Very little damage, but that's what you would expect. So here we're going to see a Sunsteel Strike. So I think it has base 100 power, somewhere around there. So it's going to deal a lot of damage, but it's not going to be able to pick up the knockout since it is not super effective. And I'm able to get off another Earth Power. So that's definitely going to be able to pick up a knockout. So Solgaleo is gone. Didn't really rock my team that much, but still a little scary. I mean, you saw how much a Sunsteel Strike did. So Tailwind's going to peter out, but he's going to bring in Machoke, which is going to be slower than me. So I'm hoping Earth Power is enough to pick up the knockout, and it is. So I don't think it was Eviolite. It seemed pretty squishy, but he's going to bring in Magnezone. I don't know if this thing gets access to Levitate. I know it gets access to Magnet Pull, and that's what it was very commonly used with in VGC. But I just go for the safe Flamethrower. So boom, 3 knockouts in a row. Hydreigon putting in the work. So John Cena is going to come out now, and it's probably going to go for... I mean, I wanted to save my Z-move for the Muck, but this is a good opportunity right here. The Muck I can deal with, like an Earth Power will do a whole bunch of damage, and Muck's not going to be able to do that much damage to me since I'm a Hydreigon. I'm going to resist everything it has. So I just go for the Devastating Drake. It's a Z Draco Meteor, so that's just like a nuke. I love the animation. And John Cena is gone, so that's 4 knockouts right there. And now, last but not least, the Muck's going to come in. And I go for a Draco Meteor. It actually does a little bit more since it's base 130. So with Stab, it's 195 damage. And with the Earth Power, was going to be 90 doubled, which would be 180. So a little bit stronger. So Muck's going to pick up the knockout, but the damage is already done. I'm going to bring in Tapu Koko, who's going to be able to fire off a Thunderbolt and deal an insane amount of damage to this Muck, thanks to the electric terrain. So Hydreigon coming in clutch. I don't think the other battles I've used Hydreigon yet. If I did, it was for very little. But Hydreigon is probably one of my favorite Pokemon in the game. I mean, one of the reasons why it's my favorite is because it's so powerful, so strong. So I didn't really play Gen 5 at all. I didn't like the games. So I think it was a lot more broken there, especially when you had the gems. Without the fairy typing. But I really like it. I think it looks cool. I think it's really strong, good stats and everything. So nothing makes me happier than having one of my favorite Pokemon be the superstar. So good game to my opponent. Interesting team. I mean, I don't know if his team's competitive or not. I don't know if my team's competitive or not. But you kind of see some Pokemon didn't even hit the field. My tanks didn't hit the field. I think that's it. I think everything else hit the field. So, I mean, no need. I guess, I mean, that's kind of one of the weaknesses that I see here. Fighting type Pokemon, since Slowking's more of a special wall. Still got some bulk on the physical side, but since he's slow as well, my opponents will be able to get off 2 moves before I can get off a Psychic, which wouldn't even pick up the knockout. So it's kind of something to see, something to note in the future. But that's going to be it. A short one, a nice little sweep coming from Hydreigon. So if you guys want to battle me, whether on singles or whatever, on any format, I'll even try rotation battles. I don't think I've ever done one before, but I'd be willing to do one. Go ahead and let me know. If you got any suggestions for me for like a team or for something I could swap out, some moves I could change, a Pokemon I could change, also feel free to let me know. I'm open to learning. I'm not perfect. I'm not the best. So if you got any suggestions, feel free to let me know. But that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.